Welcome to Cert Mage. Is Microsoft AI-103 really worth your time and money in 2026? That's the million-dollar question we're answering today. The Microsoft Certified Azure AI Apps and Agents Developer Associate credential, or just AI-103 for short, has been making massive waves lately, specifically because of its deep focus on generative AI and agent development. But with an absolute sea of certifications out there, it can be incredibly tough to figure out if this specific exam actually aligns with your career goals or if it's just going to be a drain on your wallet. So we're going to break it all down using the latest data to give you crystal clear clarity.
So in this explainer, we're going to quickly run through the exam specs and costs, the actual skills you need and how hard it is, how it compares to other certs, a realistic prep roadmap, the real-world career impact, and finally, my definitive verdict. All right, Section 1, Exam Specs and Cost.
Okay, so right out of the gate, the baseline cost to take this thing is $165. Now that does strategically drop to around $50 to $70 in adjusted markets like India. Pearson VUE tweaks this based on local currencies and taxes, so your actual checkout price might vary a little bit. But here is the kicker. There are no free retakes. If you fail, you're paying that full fee again for every single try, unless you proactively bought an exam replay bundle beforehand.
As for the test itself, you've got exactly 120 minutes to hit a passing score of 700 out of 1,000. And honestly, here's a massive perk. It features a free online annual renewal, so you aren't trapped in this endless, costly re-examination cycle. You just maintain your active status by passing a quick, unproctored assessment every year to prove your knowledge is fresh. That is huge. When you're studying, you really need to know where to put your energy. Implementing generative AI and agentic solutions are the undisputed heavyweights here, making up a massive 35% of the test. Planning and managing Azure AI solutions is right behind it at 30%. Then you've got smaller slices for computer vision, text analysis, and info extraction. It tells a very clear story, right? Microsoft really wants you to know how to deploy modern LLMs and build autonomous agents.
Let's move right along to Section 2, Required Skills and Difficulty.
Look, if you're coming in wanting a basic, high-level overview of AI, you are in for a seriously rough surprise. You absolutely must have Python experience. This certification tests deep, implementation-level tasks, not just conceptual stuff. The exam completely assumes you know how to code. You can't just explain what an LLM is, you actually have to deploy one, hook it up to data, and actively monitor it using Python. No programming skills, you're going to struggle, for sure.
And beyond just knowing Python, you need hands-on chops with some seriously in-demand competencies. We're talking deploying models in Microsoft Foundry, building RAG pipelines, and orchestrating multi-agent systems. You have to know the nitty-gritty. Ingesting content for vector search, implementing evaluation loops, configuring content moderation guardrails. These are the exact practical skills employers want in 2026, and they will test you on the actual how-to of building these systems.
Let's jump into Section 3, Certification Comparisons.
You're probably wondering where AI-103 fits into Microsoft's whole credential lineup, right? A lot of people are confused about this. Well, it cuts through the noise pretty nicely. If you're a total beginner, start with AI-900. Simple as that. But AI-103 and the older AI-102, they actually test related but very distinct skills. AI-103 is all about Microsoft Foundry, Gen AI, agents, and Python. It's narrower but goes super deep. Meanwhile, AI-102 focuses more on implementing specific Azure cognitive services like vision or speech outside of Foundry. They really complement each other, and honestly, a lot of senior AI engineers are probably going to want both.
All right, Section 4, Preparation Roadmap. So if you decide to take the plunge, you need a realistic strategy so you don't blow your money on a failed first try. Winging it is just a bad idea. If you already know Python and Azure, you're looking at a 6 to 8 week timeline. Spend your first 2 weeks crushing the official 29-hour Microsoft Learn path. Then weeks 3 through 5, pivot hard into hands-on labs with Microsoft Foundry and Azure AI Studio. Actually build things. Finally, use those last couple of weeks to rigorously review the official study guide and practice those implementation tasks.
But here's a massive warning you need to hear. The community is constantly pointing out that the official MS Learn course really only covers about 75% of the exam. That means hands-on lab experience is completely non-negotiable. If you just read the documentation and don't physically build programmatic AI apps yourself, you are leaving a 25% gap in your knowledge. And trust me, that gap is the difference between passing and a really painful fail.
Okay, let's get into Section 5, career impact, and ROI.
This is the big one, right? What is the actual return on your investment? Spending $165 and 2 months of your life needs to pay off. Well, having this cert signals deep competence for incredibly hot roles like Azure AI developer, generative AI developer, or cloud AI engineer, especially at enterprises heavily invested in Microsoft Azure. It acts as a major trust signal to hiring managers that you aren't just riding the AI hype train, but you actually know how to deploy production-ready workloads on their specific cloud.
And these roles pay exceptionally well. We're talking $90,000 up to $145,000 in the US, with similar figures in Canada, Australia, and places like Switzerland hitting up to $160,000. But let's keep it real for a second. There is absolutely no documented proof that passing this single exam automatically, magically bumps your salary by 20 grand. It aligns you with these high-paying roles, yes, but it is not a golden ticket all by itself.
Because the reality is, AI-103 is a powerful validation layer on your resume. But at the end of the day, your portfolio and actual project experience carry the real weight. If candidate A has the cert but 0 projects, and candidate B has no cert but a packed GitHub full of multi-agent Foundry apps, candidate B is almost always getting the job. The ultimate sweet spot? Be the person with the verified project delivery history seamlessly backed up by the AI-103 credential.
And finally, Section 6, the final verdict. So, after weighing the costs, the brutal prerequisites, and the ROI, here is my final breakdown. Take it if you are a Python-capable developer ready to build Gen AI on Azure. It is absolutely a reasonable investment of your time and money to validate your stack. But skip it entirely if you are an absolute beginner without coding or Azure experience. Start with AI-900 instead. The failure rates for beginners are just too high to justify the cost. Build your conceptual foundation, learn some Python, and tackle AI-103 later on. Now, I want to pass the question over to you. Would you take AI-103 in 2026, or are you going to pass? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, please hit that subscribe button for Cert Mage to catch our next explainer. We're always breaking down the latest certs to help you navigate your tech career efficiently. Thanks for learning with us, and we'll catch you in the next one.